Hey, good morning, guys. Good morning. Yes, this is Spirit Journey, and I'm out and about with my pack here, my little doggy woggies. Let me show you them. This is the crew: Labby Boy, Lily Girl, and Baby Lilac. Yeah, this is them. And yes, this is New York City. This is 8th Avenue, Midtown, and it's like a ghost town. Okay, beautiful tree. See that? It's real empty. Real empty. So let me just go about. Come on. Turn the camera back. Yeah. Good morning, guys. Oh, I should say good afternoon. Yes, I have my facial mask and my goggles. Yep. And I'm just walking my dogs. I stayed in all yesterday. Today, the weather, this lovely Sunday, is absolutely gorgeous outside. Absolutely gorgeous. See, it's absolutely gorgeous. Yeah. So I'm just getting some exercise since I stayed in yesterday. I just want to give you like an update. Yes, hello viewers. Hello. You could say, if you haven't already, you could say hello in the chat room. Yeah. I hope your day is going well. So I'm not always going to be looking at the screen because I have to watch where I'm going since I have the dogs with me, and I don't want them to, put anything they shouldn't put in their mouth. So I'm going to be looking away a lot of the times, but I'm still with you guys, okay? So let me share what's been happening with me. I mean, basically everything is okay, and I see how fortunate I am. I hope you guys can hear me also. I do have my mic. Yeah, how you doing? Yes, I see you. Yes, thank you for saying hello in the chat. Yeah, could you hear me okay? Let me know with a yes, or if it's too faint, whatever, so I could hold the mic better, closer to my face. But yes, okay, great. I'm glad about that. So I just want to really share what's going on with me in New York City. Yes, I live here. Okay, hear you just fine. Okay, great. Thank you for sharing that. Thank you. So yes, I'm out and about with my little dogs. I stayed in yesterday, and I just have a lot on my mind. This month has been really just I mean, everything is good, I would say. Health-wise, my finances are okay. I have, I have a nice place where I live. So everything basically is okay. But this whole thing with the virus, I'm not going to even say the word, because they try to demonetize if you use that particular word. Yes, they do. So I just used the word crisis. But what has been happening? Let's see. Well, all of last week, yeah, today is March 22, 2020, and let's see, it's Sunday. Yeah, I missed out on, I thought, well, it's springtime now, and I thought spring was on the 21st. I don't know why. I thought the new seasons are always on the 21st. That's what I thought. But no, it was on the 19th. So a happy belated spring. Is it called spring equinox? But yeah, I love spring. And I did do a video on the 19th actually. um, yeah, I mean, it is what it is, but today is a really, it is spectacular looking outside. It is absolutely spectacular. It just, the light and everything. It is cold. It's in the 30s. It's about 35 degrees Fahrenheit. And yeah, so earlier this month, as many of you know, I was, I wanted some changes in my life. And so on the 2nd of March of this year, 2020, I joined a health club in my neighborhood. And I was really, um, I think I was doing well. Um, let's see, I did it on, I started on the, I think I signed up on the 2nd, and then on the 3rd was my actual day. Something like that. Yeah, I think that's what it was. And I did it all that week. You know, from the 2nd on, I wanted the weekend, Saturday and Sunday off. And then the following Monday, uh, I did my little workout. I worked it was 5 days, keeping the weekends off. I was serious about it. I found that um, I would get, actually during the exercise was fine. And I see that my body liked like after a workout at the gym, I was like lifting the weights. When you do that, make sure you stretch it after. It just, you feel better. And so I did find that, you know, your muscles do tighten up. But overall, it was a very, very, yeah, stay safe. Thank you. Thank you, AD. Yeah, it's pretty good out here. It's very, as you see, it's not that many people. It's really a ghost town. It really is. But thank you so much for that warning, you know. And yes, I have my gear on. So, so I have been earlier this month, as I'm saying, ghost town. Yeah, yeah, it's a ghost town. Let's quiet. Let's quiet. Let's quiet. Thank you. It's okay. Oh, how you doing? Yeah. Yeah. I'm doing good, and you? Yeah, I didn't recognize you. Yeah, we're doing good. Thanks. No, no. Let's go back. Take care. So to my building. I didn't recognize her first. Yeah. So, um, what was I saying? Yeah. So, I wanted to get a good start. You know, for me, and despite this crisis, um, 2020 is a good year, and it's a good year for all of us. I really want to stay positive. And earlier today, I was starting to feel a little confused. And it's more like a transition. See, I think what's happening for all of us on the planet is that we are getting recalibrated. Okay? We're getting recalibrated as to uh, our lives, what's important, what's not important, and what else? Uh, and I think for me, I had to get recalibrated about my routines in the gym. Uh, I also, late February of this year, I signed up at a music place to learn how to play my guitar that I bought in January 3rd. It was January 3rd, or yeah, January 3rd of this year, 2020. So I wanted like a whole new, um, you know, resculpting of my life. I mean, just to enhance my life. I was suffering from neck pains due to using my device, my desktop computer, because I was doing a lot of videos, and it was hurting my neck horribly. And I didn't want to just sit on my behind. And I said, you know, I really need to get more, you know, diversify as to my activities, my daily activities. So, um, So I wanted to just do new things, positive things, and despite all this crisis, do things that edify you, that build you up, to keep your spirits high. Uh, so I did start my music lessons in February. So I bought the guitar in January, early January, and then in February I started my music lessons. It was one day a week on the weekend. And then the following month I started the gym. So I really wanted something holistic. And you know what else? I was also interested, and it was based on the movie that I saw. It's called Limitless. Limitless. I'm not sure when it came out. It could have been maybe 12 years ago the movie came out. So it's considered an old film. I really liked the film, the concept of it. And there's a portion in the movie. See, what the movie in short was about, an individual, he was a young guy, like in his 30s, and he was at a slump in his life. His girlfriend left him because he wasn't doing anything with his life. He was a struggling author who wasn't doing any writing. He just sit on his behind really, and he's looking disheveled. Uh, he meets up with an in-law, his former brother-in-law, and he tells the brother-in-law what's happening with him, and the brother-in-law says, "Hey, I think I can help you there." And the guy had handed him a pill. It was a clear color pill, small pill, and he did take it, and wow, the pill had him, come on, baby, come on. The pill had him, it increased his abilities. It only enhances what's already in you. You know, so if you're already an intelligent person, an organized person, it just builds up what you already have, okay? And it opened up his mind. And at one point in the movie, they had him, how do you feel? Sorry. Oops, sorry. Sorry, I had to hold on something else. Yeah. They had him go to like a restaurant, and he learned a foreign language. He could just be around people and pick up a foreign language. So he learned some East Asian language. And what else? So it was that component of the movie that really excited me. See, I've always been, I mean, I only speak English, and I'm fascinated though with the ability to communicate with others. And for me, you know, like this guy in the movie, he was studying, I think it was like Mandarin or something like that, some East Asian language. It could have been Chinese language of some kind. And it just, people responded to him in such a positive way when it improved his confidence. And I think when you are a good communicator, it builds your confidence, okay? And that's important in life. And especially these days, to be able to communicate with people during this crisis. And if you're able to really communicate your feelings, whether good or bad, you feel better about yourself. And I wanted, you know, um, I wanted that sense of empowerment in communications. Because you know what I was thinking? Like the movie excited me so much. Um, I said, wow, I like that uh, ability to be able to speak a foreign language, and a language that is not uh, people that look like me generally don't know. And when someone from outside your group goes out the way to learn your language or your culture or customs, that's saying something positive about that person. And so I said, I think I'd like to to expand my box, learn a foreign language. So I was actually contemplating to learn maybe Mandarin, Chinese, and go to like Chinatown to a Chinese club or something and speak Mandarin or something like that. Learn how to use chopsticks correctly. Yeah, I'm serious. I was really, really excited about it. Okay? And then, boom, look what happened. This coronavirus. Oops, I wasn't supposed to say that word. Sorry about that. But yeah, and so put a damper on it. And well, I shouldn't say it puts a damper, but schools probably closed. Yeah, schools are closed in New York City. And what else? Uh, and the attitude. I did see over the internet. Come on, baby. Come. Yeah, I'm with my dogs right now. Those of you who are just coming on, I'm walking my babies. But yeah, the people some people, ignorant people out there, and unfortunate, some of those people were members from my so-called community, racial community, and they targeted someone, and they were wearing a mask like me, the Asian person, and these other people were doing acts of violence against this person solely because of their race being affiliated with the people of mainland China. Not just people from China have that disease, but all over now, all over Europe, Western Europe, Northern Europe, uh, Asia, and now the United States. Did you know that New York City, where I live, is now the hot spot in the country for the virus? Did you know that? So let's say someone like me, I don't have it, and yes, I have a mask on and goggles to protect me, but look what happened. What if I wanted to go uh, let's say I wanted to go to a different state in my country, in the United States. Some people could say, oh, well, New York is the hot spot. You're going to spread your disease here. Blah, 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 blah. Let's say they try to hit me, right? That could happen. What makes it any different that someone's from a yellow Asian living in the United States versus someone like me? The biasness could be towards anyone. Because, hey, New Yorkers have it. Let's hate on New Yorkers because they're passing the disease. It sounds foolish, right? But it's happening. And we have to, use wisdom because a virus in the air, no matter where it originated, it's not the first time that a virus has ever been in the air and infected people. In fact, the regular virus that, like I was watching a program, and it said that from 2017 to 2018, that the flu season, from that time range, that 11% of those people who got it died. 11%. But this, that's quiet. Let's quiet. But look what's happening. What's happening now, only 1.8% are dying from this crisis thing. So you do the math. You do the math. Which one is more crisis? 11% versus 1.8% of the population who has the condition. But we're on like a lockdown or approaching there in the country. So it doesn't make sense. So sorry. Something with another, let's move. Something with this another dog. My little boy in particular, he wants to bark at every dog. Sorry. Yeah, let's go here. Come on, baby. Good boy, Lavin. So, so we have to be careful about how we Come on. Sorry. Okay. So we have to be careful on our thoughts and to physically attack someone because of what they look like. And each of those people who were being beaten had a mask on. So they weren't infecting people. And the people who did the attack did not have any protective gear. They could have had it, you know? So let's see what else now. Uh, okay. So, um, so here, as you know, the um, the city is in a 100% of all the what they call non-essential employees have to stay at home, and only the essential are to go to their respective jobs. And what else? So the club that not the club, I meant to say gym. The gym that I had signed up for earlier this month is now closed. It closed last week, I think, officially on Monday or Tuesday. And so this is affecting my goals. You know, I wanted to do something like, I mean, I didn't think this would happen. I did hear of what they call, you know, the virus over over YouTube, but it was just overseas. And I never would think, you know, it's just a flu. And I heard early on with the crisis that it's just most people recover. And more people got sick with the regular flu from the year before. So it didn't scare me or close down anything then, so why should it now? So now I'm not able to go to the gym, and uh, it actually shut down. I mean, it closed until further notice. And I did like a contract, a 6 month contract. I did call up the person that signed me up at the club, and he returned my call, I think 2 days ago. And I had to think, you know, I felt he was being a little manipulative, like trying to put words in my mouth. And I said, then I what do you call it? I got firm and said, because he wanted me to say, oh, well, I can get your PT instructor to call you. You want him to call you? It's like I felt putting words in my mouth. I said, initially I said, oh, okay, but you know, then I said, no, it's not necessary because um, I'm not there. The club is closed right now, and I I don't know how things are happening now in New York City. They are, I think it's going to be for a long time. So I'm new with the contract. So I no longer want to keep it, the contract, to renew for the 6 months. It makes no sense. So I'm paid up for this month, you know. So cut it. We don't know when it's going to reopen. It may be months. So I said, no, contact the owner, let him know that I want to cancel the contract. And you know, with the contract, see, the fact that the owner had to shut down, that means it was a break in the contract. You hear what I'm saying? Yes, I did sign a 6 month agreement, but when that owner, and, you know, and again, he was instructed, you know, all of New York City was instructed to close down all the gyms. So, and when he did that, the owner, then there's a change in the contract. So I don't have access to it. And so when that happens, there's a break in the contract. So I want to officially separate that contract agreement. Come on. And yeah, because I did an automatic payment thing, so it'll come out of my account. So I don't want anything taken out of my account, especially if it's closed. I'll be foolish. So that's what's happening. And I think after I get back home, I'll email the number. I mean I'll contact that place, the gym. I don't want to rely on the person who uh, enrolled me to do it. Because anybody can say something. I want it documented. So, uh, and you know what else? The person who that I called up, who signed me up, um, he wasn't notified by the owner that the business closed. He said he found out on the website. Yeah. How could an owner not contact his employees about what you're gonna do? Yeah. So it's very irresponsible of the owner to do that. So so um, so that's what's happening, and let's see what else. So it's really I'm evaluating my life. It seems like with me, every time every time I want to do something major in my life, whether it's school or anything, job prospect, or when I let's say when I try something new business wise, something always happens, and so that's what motivated me to do this live stream, because I was at home and I couldn't really sleep well last night because yeah, I slept with the uh, a video playing in the background, YouTube videos, because my mind was racing a bit, and I used it to distract myself from what's bothering me, and that's with my wanting to take certain steps in, creating the lifestyle that I want. So the music, I mean, I can always exercise at home and practice my guitar at home and even learn a foreign language. But part of it is about, meeting people. I don't want to be a loner. You want to get out there, meet people, and language and culture. So here, all those things and the paradigm. Yeah, the point of the about the people being the Asian people getting beat up by some people uh, is about connecting, connecting from and expanding your mind, um, and and just learning something new. And now that and now some people, just because of what you look like, if you're East Asian, they're gonna let's quiet, let's quiet, 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 let's quiet, my little boy, let's quiet, let's quiet, come, come, let's quiet, come, let's quiet. Uh, to have a little boy, the little boys are always like that. Yeah, but I love them to death. But so, yeah, so you have people who are not going to like um, to even learn about new cultures because now they're affiliated with certain health conditions slash diseases. And it's like, man, who would have ever thought that? In New York City, East Asians are really are liked by uh, the dominant culture here in New York City. Very much so. Very, very much so. So, so now, just because of what they look like, it's like the paradigm shift. It's a paradigm shift. I just have to pick up after my dog. Just a moment. It's hard to pick it up. Let me just put this down. Sorry about that. Just gotta pick this up. Sorry, guys. Ah, so sorry. Okay. The cord. So- Sorry about that. Yeah, I had to pick up. Yeah, I pick up after my dogs. So, yeah. So what? So people are now. Oh yeah, I remember what I was going to say. The attitude now towards certain groups because of this crisis. Yeah, they're well liked in New York City, in the dominant culture here. Um, all the restaurant, much of the restaurants here are all from East Asia, and it's very trendy. Yeah, they love the sushi here, uh, and most people they go to those Chinese restaurants for food. I mean, I know I go a lot, and I usually get very good service. And my new experience, I had gone to 8th Street in the Village, and I found an excellent place that makes a really good stir-fry food. It's the best in the city, I think. And then I went to a place on 23rd Street who make this excellent fried chicken. Yes. And it is everything that they say, moist and crispy. And yes, it is. Yes, it was on 23rd Street on the east side, I mean on the west side. And so these were relatively new establishments. Come on, babies. And I liked it. And so it just made me feel so elevated emotionally and spiritually because these were like new places. The people who worked there were very young. They seemed very positive. It was great. And so I started to think, wow, I want to learn about these cultures and hey, maybe I can learn their language. I'm serious. And so now, because of this, some people would not go to any of these places. I went about a week ago to a local Chinese, or I should say East Asian place. I usually just get the same thing, Chinese food takeout. I get chicken and broccoli with brown rice. Yeah, that's my staple in general when I go out and eat Chinese takeout. Yeah, I've been doing so for over 30 years. And they generally give you good service. And some of the new places, I mean, it's really fun. It's like a cultural experience that I really, really enjoy. So now this virus is making people so paranoid and actually hate people that look like people from that part of the world. And here me, just a month ago, was thinking, hey, maybe I could learn a foreign language from an East Asian foreign language. And just venture out and have new experiences. Yeah. Right, they're getting tangled here. Just a moment. Okay. Sorry about that. Yeah. So, so I hope you understand what I'm talking about all this. That you have society changing, and it's changing the attitude that people loved, especially Chinese in New York City. Uh, about the spirituality in some. Come on, come on, come. The spirituality, the cultural exchange. Uh, they're supposed to be really smart. That's a stereotype. But a lot of the people from East Asia, they're in very high tech jobs. They're in medicine and technology. So a lot of our doctors are going to be these people. And all of a sudden now people are going to say, I don't want you. And it can happen to anyone. People could say, we don't want Americans anymore. It can go both ways. But the only thing you can do is try to use wisdom and try to, protect yourself, by limit your exposure. And if you go out like what I'm doing, I have a mask and goggles to protect my membranes. Uh-uh, uh-uh, no, no, let's go, let's go. See, right? So, so it's just something on my mind. This shift, this attitude shift towards people, and it could happen just overnight. Someone can be your friend today, and tomorrow you fear them and they consider your enemy. And it's that knowledge, that thought, that made me feel uncomfortable this morning and last night. Yeah, I wanted to do something different. I wanted to expand and think outside of the box. I wanted new opportunities and just make the best of my life at the age that I am. I can't change my past, but I want to create a beautiful, beautiful future for me, my little dogs. Yeah, I don't want something as stupid as a flu, but that's all what this virus is. It's a flu. And if you have a compromised immune system, such as you have asthma, you have HIV, you have cancer, you have allergies, okay, you're the elderly, okay, you can get it. You could get uh, very sick. Anyone could catch a virus, but it's how your immune system responds to it. Okay, that's an essential. Not over there. That's the essential with all this. Come on. Yeah, how does your body respond to a pathogen? A pathogen is any type of uh, germ that causes sickness in the body. How does your body personally respond to uh, these pathogens? So those of us who have a strong immune system, if you're exposed to it, you might feel a little run down, but you kick it out, just like any flu. And those of you who have a compromised one, it'll hit you harder, right? So come on. So that's what it's all about. So, you know, stay strong. Make sure you get your water. Take water. Drink teas and flush your system. Keep on drinking it. Um, Make sure you get your electrolytes. If you keep on peeing, you're going to lose some electrolytes. So you make sure you get the proper, salts in your body. Uh, I hear that vitamin C works very well. It kills off certain pathogens. It boosts up your immune system, vitamin C. What else? And I also heard that certain minerals like zinc. Someone mentioned about zinc. That zinc, okay, zinc is a mineral, and it it kills off viruses. So some of you may consider as a preventive, to use it as a supplementation. You know. So what else? Yeah. So for me today, I'm just about to, come on, head home towards, with my dogs. Come on. And I want to make this work for me, virus or not. I want to make this work. Come on. I want to make it work for me, because there's always going to be something that's going to try to block your way. I also start to ask myself, why now? Why when I thought that things were going to, come on, what things were going to, work a certain way, that it changes. So it's making me feel that in a metaphysical aspect, that see we think that we are the masters over our life, and to some extent, yes, we are. We're the one that we have to get our butt up. We're the one that have to brush our own teeth. We get dressed. So some aspects we are in control of. But sometimes when you try to what I call design your life, you want to learn this, you want to get this degree, that degree, you want to, some people say, oh, I want this number of children, I want to live in this neighborhood, I want to make this kind of money. Sure, those are nice to think about and try to create for yourself. But sometimes life is saying, no, I don't have that intended for you. I have something else for you. And that's what I'm really getting at with, come on, with this live stream that I wanted to do. Come on, come. Uh, they're getting, okay. Have to untangle them. Yeah. Yeah, so, I'm sorry. So, what could happen, like, you try to design a life and be the master of your ship, or the captain of your ship, I should say. And what happens? Life happens. And metaphysically, maybe, like I told some of you, well, I did a video a couple of months ago. I shared that in December of last year, 2019, come on, that I saw an orb, O-R-B, orb. It was a white orb. And it came at a time unexpected. I was watching a metaphysical movie, the movie The Sixth Sense and the movie Passengers. Both of them are old movies and movies that I've seen several times already. Come on. Come. Sorry. So, but this thing appeared. I was feeling a little emotional at the time. The movie Passengers makes me very emotional in my heart. Come on. I relate to the character. Yeah, watch the movie. Well, my dogs are really active right now. I'm sorry. Yeah. So, yeah, watch the movie if you can. The movie Passengers is about a plane that crashes, and the protagonist, this woman, doesn't realize she actually died, and she's a therapist, and here she's counseling the people that were in the plane wreck, the plane that crashed, and at the end she realizes what happened to her. But her life reminded me of my own, and it hit me close to home, and it's really emotionally uh, shaken to me. And so while I'm watching it, this orb appeared. It was at nighttime, around maybe 10 p.m., 9:30, 10 p.m. In December, early December. It actually was on my birthday. And good girl, good girl. And this thing appeared. And so I felt that when that occurred, it was just for a few seconds. It was right by my cheek, maybe an inch away from my left cheek. Yeah, I kid you not. It was a white orb. It was the size of a marble. It was beautiful. And so I feel that life, okay, I have to pick up the poo-poo again. Just a moment. Good girl. Okay. Sorry about that. So I felt that I'm being watched. Someone is watching over me. Yeah, I am being watched. I don't mean to be paranoid. I'm not saying it in a paranoid way. Uh, but it seemed very loving. Just something that had good vibes. Uh, and I had other incidences in my life that showed me I was being watched. I had many years ago, I was in my early 20s, and I was in my room, and when I woke up from sleeping, I saw like a portal, like a round, like a dark circle in the wall. And it had dimension to it, and a camera was inside facing me. I kid you not, and then I got startled, and then it disappeared. So I think, metaphysically, that we all are being watched and monitored. So I think this planet is being monitored. Yes, this whole planet, each individual, I think, is being or are assigned beings or things watching over us because it has its plan metaphysically. Okay, how you doing? Okay, babies, come on. Yeah. So I think metaphysically, come, we're being watched. And so when something like this happens, for this month with this crisis, and here I thought I was going to do something positive with my life, and then boom, it's like an interference. And so it's telling me again that hey, maybe the beings or whatever what it is have a plan for my life. Good girl. Come on. Yeah. I can't explain it. I can't explain why it happened at this time. Leave it. But it did. It did. And it's telling me again that hey, we don't want you to do that. We don't want you to go there. We don't want you to have that job. We don't want this or that. Constantly. And again, I hope you guys could hear me. Could you guys hear me? Let me know, because I thought I might have accidentally pulled out the plug. Okay. So, yeah, so things are happening, and it's happening for a reason. So our lives may not be our own as we wish it were, but we go about, doing things. And it's not that it's a bad thing. It could be very honorable. Hi. Really cute. Come on, no. Come on. Uh-uh. Yeah. So sometimes, come on, stop pulling. Yeah, the leashes get tangled. Come on, let's cut it out. Come, come on, come on, come on. Let's quiet. There you go. Come on, Lavin. Let's quiet. Let's quiet. Good boy. That's a good Lavin. That's a good boy. We're going home now. Come on, let's go home. Come, Lily. Lily, let's cut it out. Doesn't sound like a mother. Yeah, so our life. Oh, it's a dog in front of us. How you doing? Let's go. Let's go. Come on. Come on. Lilac, let's go. Let's go, baby. Sorry. So, so our life is not our own. And I think this is really important about this whole crisis. That you have what the even Bible talks about, principalities, powers, and rulers in heavenly places, in the world that we don't see with the naked eye. but it controls. Come on, it controls us, or it can control. So it just had me thinking. Uh, I mean, I could use this time. I could use this time to. I think my little girl's getting cold. The little Shih Tzu. She's okay. It's okay, mommy. Come on. Sorry. I think. Come on, Lilac. Come. Come on, Lily. Stop pulling. See the yeah, the cords get tangled and get shorter, and so when one pulls, it pulls on the other. It's just a little awkward. Come on, come. So so things are being manipulated, and you could have it could be a spiritual warfare. Spiritual warfare in that realm that we cannot see with the naked eye that controls. And I think that's a big part of what's happening with this crisis. You have people who are in positions of power in government, and they want to exert certain changes. They want to exert certain changes, and part of that change is, I think, to try to set up a new government system. Come on, let's stop that. Yeah, they want to set up a new government system, I think. They're trying to implement a, uh, a one world government, a whole shift, and so they're making you feel, uh, pretend that there's a crisis so that they can implement certain laws, rulings, uh, change the economic in order to exert its will. And I think I think, like they said, don't waste a crisis. So even if it was such a crisis, uh, it, okay, girl, okay, okay. Yeah, so even if it's a crisis, it's not as bad as they want you to think. And they're using this to their advantage to do what they already wanted to do, but they wanted to find an excuse. Come on. Come on, babies. Come. Come. Yeah, trying to prevent the leashes to tangle again. Yeah. So this is the only logic that I could think of with this crisis, because it's not a strong virus, because only 1 point something percent death rate versus last year's 11% death rate of the virus, of the, what do you call, the influenza virus. But they didn't implement it then, but they're doing it now. And I know a big part of it, I think, is China. We get all our products from China. And again, this is nothing against the Chinese people. I'm just saying we get most of our goods. If you look at the products in your home, dishes, electronics, come from or are manufactured in China. And so they're trying to topple a, what do you call it, economics. The economic system, that they're putting it off balance. And they're using that as an advantage to implement, excuse me, yeah, my battery's getting low. Come on. They're implementing these new procedures to enforce its new uh, governmental plan. And I think that's awful. It's awful. Yeah, so I just say stay your ground, try to stay centered. And I think I need to do more meditation. And I still could do things, I can still exercise at home, um, still keep a good diet, And I go practice the music at home too. You know, it's really about your mind over matter. Your mind wants to do one thing, your body wants to do something else. So it's really about self-discipline. So that's all that we should talk about. And I appreciate you guys sharing your thoughts. Thank you. Yeah. Come on, let's go. Come. Come on, baby. Come on. Come. Come on. Sorry. Yeah, my batteries are running low now. But yeah, come. So that's all what's happening right now. Yeah, so I want to stay centered. I think I should do more meditation to get regrounded, and just keep on, keep it on. So I thank you guys for spending time with me this beautiful, beautiful Sunday afternoon. So take care, guys. Bye bye.